Hello and welcome to the story of the Three Little Pigs. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs. Well, they weren't quite so little anymore. They were all grown up and ready to see the world, but only on their own accounts, for each sibling had grown tired of the constant nagging of the other. So it was with great joy that each of our little piggy friends would eventually say goodbye to their Mama and Papa Pig to embark on their own very new adventure. An adventure, which you probably have already heard, goes sideways very quickly. The piggies were on their own all right. This means that they needed new homes. So each little piggy got to work. The first little piggy, the laziest of the three, built his house of straw.
Whoa. What'd you just say about me?
I'm just reading the story. Anyway, the first little piggy built.
But why would it say that? I work just as hard as my brother and sister do. Probably twice as hard. I'm living in an eco-friendly lifestyle, bro. Do you know how hard it is to build a sustainable home out of straw? I'd like to see pretty Princess Peggy try to do that. I'd like to see her make a house of straw, retain heat in the wintertime. Oh, right, she can't. Because I did it. I'm the one who does these things.
Could I continue the story?
No one would understand.
Please?
No one gets me. I just so hard.
Okay, we're just gonna move on. The second little pig, who tries hard but often fails, built his house out of sticks. Layer by layer, he stacked them until he built something that he could call a home. Satisfied with his accomplishments, he went inside to rest. I said, he went inside to rest. I said, okay, fine, what do you want? I just think that this section could have been reviewed a little more before being executed. There are a few inaccuracies in the narrative. For example, I understand that I'm a bit more accident-prone than my cool brother or my perfect sister, but saying that I often fail seems a bit harsh, don't you think? Yes, I suppose so. And also, what is this about my house being built out of sticks? It's honestly a bit insulting. My home is built out of genuine hardwood from the finest oaks in the world's most well-nourished deciduous forest. This home couldn't budge if you tried. Well, what? The story of our three little piggy friends would take a fateful turn with the introduction of their wolfy foe, a fiend who took pleasure in blowing away the homes of little piggies.
The introduction of who now?
Yes, the wolf was off to his very own ways of mischief and mayhem. He reaches the first little pig's house, the one made of straw, and he huffs, and he puffs, and he blows that house down. But he doesn't stop there. The second little pig's home, built of sticks, hardwood logs, was harder to blow down. The wolf huffs and puffs twice as hard just to blow this house down. And lastly, he gets to the third pig's house, where our two other piggy friends are headed for refuge. The third piggy was smart and forward-thinking. She had built her house out of bricks. When her brothers found her house, they hurried in to tell her the news.
There's a wolf. There's a windy wolf. Yeah, your houses fall down.
I don't know how he managed to blow my house down. It was perfectly made.
You're just mad that your sticks and my straw both got taken out by the same thing.
They're not sticks! Oh, save it, you two. Our lives are at stake here. We're gonna have to learn how to work together, because the sooner that we do, the sooner that both you idiots can get out of my house!
Oh, great. Here we go again.
You should have built better houses then.
My house was great. It was biodegradable.
Ugh, you mean biodegradable.
Peggy, please, no one cares about your grades right now.
Seriously, how are you related to me?
So I guess I should take some time here to reveal the real plan. I'm Rolf T. Wolf, and I get hired to tear down old homes. I was hired by these kids' parents. They knew that they would try to separate themselves from each other, and old Mom and Pop just want them to be friends. So they figured if they were all forced to live together for a while, then they might learn to like each other. And I'm just like, whatever. I mean, I usually just get asked to tear down old houses, but this was a challenge. I like a challenge. Anyway, they're family. I gotta help out a family. I got 2 little pups of my own. Yeah. Little Charlie's growing up a lot faster than I can keep up with. Okay, I got it from here. But I hadn't even told you about my kid's first towel.
Well, that's okay. Why don't you go get your own story? You can't even tell your story in another person's story nowadays. It's fine. Just go get my own story. Tell a story about my kid myself.
Our piggy siblings eventually wore themselves out with the words they continued to throw at each other. And your mom.
We have the same mom,
Preston. Can they ever stop this constant fighting? Guys, we have to stop this constant fighting. Oh, well, apparently they can. We can't get anything done like this, you guys. Don't you ever get tired of fighting over the same things all the time? We don't have to keep living like this. I just want my big brothers back. I'm sorry, what was that last part? I want my big brothers back, okay?
Agreed. I do miss having you two around as my friends.
You guys are alright, I guess.
Preston!
Alright, I love you guys too. Then what are we waiting for? Let's build us a home. One where we can all live. Will it have straw?
I mean, sure, I guess if you really want that.
And we can use my premium hardwood oak logs from natural deciduous forest?
Yes, we can use your logs.
The bottom line is, we're doing it together, as a team, as a family. And that concludes the story of how our 3 little pigs learned to go from competition to cooperation. A story in which there was never a true enemy, just truer friends waiting to be made. The end. Your new house is going to be wolf-proof, right?